Now, first and foremost, a lot of people have been wondering, is Mexico truly a third world country? It is not a third world country. And they have a lot of competitive infrastructure to the United States. For example, reliable internet, gas, water, electric, and etc. But the real question that I get from a lot of people on YouTube is they have been wondering what's the craziest price to live in Tijuana. Now, let me give you guys a situation. So, I have a really good friend that reached out to me right here from YouTube, and we discussed the inside scoop about living in Tijuana. Now, I'm from California. Now, in San Diego, the price for a one bedroom is fucking insane. Now, a lot of Californians will tell you also, especially in the San Diego area, in that region, $700 just for a shared room off Craigslist. I mean, that just may be, I would say, damn, not even competitive. So just keep that number in mind. $700. That's just for a room. That's not including utilities. That's not including your transportation expenses to work and etc. So when it comes to Tijuana, I was working with him on a $600 budget. Now, what does that include? Your 2 bedroom apartment is taken care of. Now, different rooms, the different number of rooms may vary, but I got him a 2 bedroom apartment for 600 USD. Now, let's compare the two. In California, San Diego, you have a room, but you are still sharing an apartment with a bunch of other roommates, so you have a lack of privacy, you have to share the bathroom and etc. But with your own apartment, you have your own space, your own bathroom, your own room, of course, your own living room, and best off, your own peace of mind. Now, a lot of other things that people take into consideration. Oh, what about the protection out there? What about the theft? What about the security out there? You're right. In certain places, there's always going to be crime and, people that want to try to, help survive, But in these areas, we have security. We have protection. Of course, it all comes down to money. You pay people off and they will give you those services. Now, going back to comparing the price difference and etc. to California to Tijuana. So going back to Tijuana, you have your own peace of mind, and you can relax. And it's just really laid back. It's a really laid back environment. So just taking that into consideration, $100 cheaper for your own full apartment, your own peace of mind. You get to relax and everything else just falls in place. Now, another thing, when it comes to the utilities, such as the electric bill and the water bill and etc., it all depends on how much you consume, and I can go into details on those expenses in a different video. But just to kind of give you just the icing on the cake, me personally, for utilities, when it comes to the light bill or electric bill, I only pay like $20. Now, people in the States are paying damn near $100 just on utilities. Of course, that's gas, electric, water, trash, and the whole nine. But for electricity, I live alone, so just take that in consideration. Like $20, USD, of course, or maybe even cheaper. It all depends on how much you personally consume. And when you actually want to have roommates, you have a lot more laid back leverage out here. So I know in the States, certain apartments, if you want extra people in, you got to pay an extra fee. But here it's like, look, it's your apartment. Do what you want. You can have, roommates come live with you, share the expenses and etc. Cool. So going back to, my friend off YouTube, being helped out. So he was living a life, $600 took care of his apartment. It took care of his utilities. And he was just enjoying life. Now, here's the kicker of it. It was semi close to the U.S. border. So he works in San Diego, which is literally right next door to Tijuana. And that's what a lot of Americans usually do. They live here in Tijuana and they just work in San Diego or, maybe LA. But yeah, so he's a truck driver. I don't know if he still is a truck driver, but at the time of talking to him, he was a truck driver. And, I think he told me he was making about maybe 20 an hour. So if you think about that, you making 20 an hour. And if you multiply that by 40, Jesus Christ, you are making rent damn near in just a few days. You making $800 before tax just off your weekly paycheck on a 40-hour week. I'm just giving you the breakdown of it. So you covering your full expenses on one paycheck, and the rest is history. Enjoy your life. Now, again, a lot of these Mexicans out here, they are very aware of the comfortable lifestyle that Americans like to live, including a lot of people that come out here. They want to still be able to, have an apartment that resembles the same look and feel as if they were in the States, which is completely acceptable. So as you can see in these pictures, they're sometimes even better than the normal average looking American apartment. So, if you guys want personal advice, below I'll put my Instagram. You can see it. Reach out to me. I'll give you my personal advice. Yes, I do charge because I do the research and I've been putting in a lot of work and I'm very well connected. So yes, other than that, of course, you can always do the research yourself and you can put in the work that I put in. No worries, no problem. But I just want to keep you guys informed. Let me know what you guys think about it. Again, reach out to me ASAP on my Instagram and get in while it's hot. Get in while it's hot right now because, even the locals here in Tijuana are grabbing these apartments. So yeah, very, 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 it's going fast. So, let me know what you guys think. Drop them comments below. If you think that this was informative and good information, you can always contribute by, hitting the link below, PayPal, Cash App, whatever. And just reach out to me on Instagram if you're serious about moving out here, or even temporarily. So, one love to everybody. I'm out. Negrito Grande. Sale pues. Arre.